शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप ददामह्यं ददान्ति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरू श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातां सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगे राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we welcome you all for today's program. Break my... Yeah, so today we will discuss some very serious topic, and the name of the topic is Guru. The meaning of word Guru means one who is very serious. Guru is not something what we can just take casually. He is a very serious person. So what we will discuss today, in whatever time permits, are the 7 points. Acquiring knowledge about God, how we do that. Why to put faith in Guru and why we should have a Guru. How do we recognize a true Guru? What are different types of Gurus? How to avoid being cheated by false Gurus? What are the qualifications of Gurus, of a right Guru, and what are disqualification of a wrong Guru? So this is what we will see, and after we discuss all this, your understanding about Guru Tattva will differ. So today's class is going to be very, it will be more of Tattva. Tattva mane, it's called Siddhanta. It's going to be more of concepts. Because we have to really understand what is Guru Tattva, right? Otherwise, we have a system in India, we go and put our head anywhere and everywhere. In front of everyone, we fall down, right? That's why people take advantage of us and then we get cheated, right? An intelligent person is a person who gets knowledge about what is right and wrong. And based on that knowledge, he will act, correct? When we go to school, our knowledge is very less. When we go to college, our knowledge increases. When we do masters, it increases more. When we do PhD, it increases even more. Right? So when we get knowledge, we become more powerful in acting. Similarly, when we get spiritual knowledge about all these concepts, we become better in our understanding of spirituality and applying that in our life. Otherwise, there's a tree, someone puts some red paint over there. After some days, you see some people putting flower over there. Then after 3 days, some agarbattis will come. And then suddenly, you will feel someone will put some tent over there and it becomes a temple. And then you remember in your childhood, you used to play over there. There's nothing which actually happened. But someone out of his faith, he has put it and that has become something worshipable. Right? So, we have to be very clear in terms of understanding. Right? So, this is what we will go through. I request everyone to pay attention because this is going to be a little serious topic. But if you understand this, you will be able to understand a lot of things in our spirituality, in our culture, everywhere. This is applicable everywhere. Okay? So before we start, the first part is acquiring knowledge about God. So if you remember our journey of self-discovery sessions, what we had done, we had discussed how we acquire knowledge. Anyone acquire knowledge, right? So the first way of acquiring knowledge is Pratyaksha Praman. Pratyaksha Praman means seeing is believing. We say, you show me, I believe it. We say, you believe in God. We say, no, I don't believe in God. Why? Because I can't see God. That's why I don't believe in God. You show me God, I'll believe in God. Correct? So this is called Pratyaksha Praman. So this is a way of getting knowledge by actually looking things. Okay. Now I'm going to show you one picture over here. You tell me what you can see. Okay. Ready? Everyone ready? Yeah, what you can see? Quickly, we don't have time. You see old man. Okay. What else others see? Young man, or who is playing? Young or old? Young is playing. Okay. Someone see young, someone see old. There is one more person also over there, coming from somewhere. From the door. So someone is seeing someone coming from the ear, same picture. Someone is seeing old, someone is seeing young, right? So it's all based on our... Okay. How many dots are there? You can count these dots. They are moving. It's not moving actually. It's a stationary photo. Right? What's about this? I'm going a little fast. Right? There is ship, there is ship, there is ship, and then it becomes Mandovi Bridge. Right? So when we say if Pratyaksha Praman, seeing is believing, I can see, but my believing is based on my perception. So it's not always true that seeing is believing. I might see something, but I will understand based on my knowledge level, based on my perception. That's why on so many things come on YouTube now, your WhatsApp and shorts, and people believe, right? They might not be true. So this form of acquiring knowledge, Pratyaksha Praman, where I say seeing is believing, is not true always. Okay. So now you say, then what next? So the second form of acquiring knowledge is Anuman Praman. Anuman means I guess. I think it is like this. I think it is like this. Based on what I see, I guess. So there is this very famous story, you all know this, right? There was an elephant and some 5 people were blinded and they were left. So someone said it's a wall. He was touching his body. Someone says it's a tree. He was touching his legs. Someone is saying it's a snake. He was touching his tail. Because they don't know the overall picture. They are guessing based on what their senses are telling them. So this also is not the right way of understanding. A lot of time in relationships we have this problem. Because we hear only a selective part what he or she said, and based on that we are guessing because we are blinded. We are closing our eyes in relationship, right? So you have to open your eyes. Of course, we'll discuss it some other time. So this is the second way of acquiring knowledge, Anuman Praman, which is also faulty. Third way, so now the example over here, what normally we give, I'll go a little fast in this. If you remember last time I had called him, I had called you, right? And I asked him, what is his name? Tu bhul gaya kya? Tera exercise kiya tha na maine. Right? And then some of y'all who knew him took his name, right? But you didn't know what is his name. You cannot guess. You can see him, but you don't know his name. You can guess, you cannot guess. So the best way is what? Ask him. Shabda Praman. Baba, what's your name? And he will tell, my name is Ram. My name is so and so. So Anuman Praman and Pratyaksha Praman might not be true every time. The best way of acquiring knowledge is Shabda Praman, hearing. Right? If we go to do the experiment of gravity, what is the force of gravity? 9.81? Yeah, something like that. If we go to do that gravity experiment, हमको मिलेगा क्या 9.81? हमको 7.3 मिलेगा, 9.9 मिलेगा, 9.10 मिलेगा, 9.81 कब भी किसी को नहीं मिला है. सब लोगों ने पता था बोल के लिख के छोड़ दिया है. Right? But when we hear from the teacher, because she know the right knowledge, she can impart us the right knowledge. So the best way of acquiring knowledge is Shabda Praman, by listening, by hearing. Right? Now hearing from whom? Hearing from Guru and hearing from scriptures. Now this all we had covered in Journey of Self-Discovery, if you remember, right? And why scriptures? Because scriptures are word of God. Now I will tell you this one question. So if you say that if I have to know about God, Guru will tell me and Guru will tell me from scriptures, then someone will ask me, Do we have the original scriptures written by Lord Ganesh? Lord Ganesh wrote, right? Vedas spoke. And Lord Ganesh wrote it. Then someone will say, do we have those original Vedas in which it was written? No, we don't have that. No one has it. Right? It's like going and asking Einstein's relativity equation, E is equal to mc square. Do you have the original notes, what he had written? We don't have it. It might be there in the museum over there in Germany or America. We don't have it. But if we get those notes also, we will not be able to understand, because he wrote it based on his understanding. But if someone has studied those notes, he can explain to us based on our understanding. Then it becomes easy for us, right? So even we have access to the Vedas. There are so many Vedas. We read the Vedas, we will not even understand it. Even though we have a Sanskrit dictionary with us, because the same word has double meaning. The same word can be opposite of the same meaning. So the meaning is given based on time, place and circumstances by Guru. So we don't have the original Vedas, but we have to understand this from a teacher who have understood it and who can interpret it based on our understanding. And that is a Guru. Correct? If you see our maths teacher, the same teacher will teach 2 plus 2 is 4, and the same teacher will teach 10 standard differentiation and integration and everything. Why? Because she have understood everything, and based on students' understanding, she is giving them that knowledge. That is why Guru is important. So now what's the meaning of a Guru? Okay, before that, so when we are born, we are raised by Mata and Pita, which gives us the basic love, support and everything. And then it's the Guru and Mata and Pita take care of us in this world. And we know that this is not the only world. There is spiritual world also. So how we go to the spiritual world? So our connect to the spiritual world is through Guru. So it is the Mata Pita are the first Guru who takes care of us in the material world. But if we have to go to the spiritual world, we require a spiritual Guru who will take us to the spiritual world. The meaning of word Guru, Gu and Ru. Gu means darkness, Guha. Gufa bolte na, Gufa. Dark rehti hai Gufa. And Ru means light. So one who takes us from darkness to light, from ignorance to knowledge is a Guru. Okay, and one more meaning of word Guru is one who is very heavy. Which planet is called Guru? बड़ा है ना, जुपिटर सबसे बड़ा है, अर्थ इतना सा है, रेशो देखा, हेवी है बहुत गुरु, राइट? सो गुरु मीन्स समवन हु इज वेरी हेवी. ना हेवी मीन्स व्हाट? एकदम खा के मोटे होते हैं क्या गुरु? नो, हेवी मीन्स ही इज हेवी विथ हिज वर्ड्स. He is heavy with his words. He will not put any Amul butter on you. He will not glorify you. He will not say, oh, you are so great, you are giving so much donation, you are so nice, please come. He is very heavy, straightforward. He will say, you are wrong, you should be doing this like this. Don't be too much attached to this material world. What you are doing the same thing again, right, from so many years, get out of this now. He is very heavy. So if we really want Guru, we should be ready to hear those heavy words, right? So now, why we should put faith in Guru and why we should have Guru? Do we really require Guru? This is what we will discuss. So the first part of it, why we require faith in Guru, I don't know. Faith is an integral part of our life, right? Now you see this photograph, any doctors over here? Okay. So when we go to doctors and when we are lying on his operation table, do we have any much option? No option. We have to just be there. Dentist, we don't know what he is doing. You know, this operation table, at least we are unconscious. Dentist, you know what he is putting, क्या डाल रहा है पता नहीं, सही दांत को ही कर रहा है कि नहीं. But we have any option? We don't have option. We have to put faith in that guy. We don't know he is a doctor or compounder या कौन है वो. We don't know, right? We have to put faith. It's a fact. We have to put faith. When man go to cut our hair to the barber, he is having a blade in his hand. We have to put faith in him. We don't know whether he has come fighting with his wife. We don't know what mindset he is having. He might remove that anger on you. But we have to put faith. Right? So faith is integral part. Right? When we go in bus or a car or a flight, we are totally at the mercy of the driver. We don't know what he is drunk, he is okay, whether he is having license. When we go in a car or a bus, we go and check, license hai kya tera? Chalane ko aata kya? No, we just put faith and we sit. in the bus. So if you see, we put faith everywhere. But you will say, we are using our brains. Yes, we are using our brains. So that is where it is said, we should not put blind faith. No blind faith. So what we do, with our intelligence, we have to question which doctor we have to go. So we ask, which doctor is the best doctor, who is very reputed, with our intelligence. I said, oh, all my 5 friends had gone to this doctor, he is having good reviews. Nowadays, all the reviews are there on the net. You don't have to ask friends also. That is how we are becoming more and more lonely. We don't have to ask anyone. Everything is on internet, right? So then with our intelligence, we find the right doctor. But once we find the right doctor, what we have to do next? We have to put full faith in him. Then we cannot question him. Why you're doing this? Why you're giving me 3 tablets 4 times a day? Give me 5 tablets 5 times a day. You can't ask him all that. Whatever he recommends, you have to follow with faith. And then you have to check whether it is having effect on your health or not. That is where you can use your intelligence. So Guru also, it's the same thing. We have to put faith. Initially we have to assess who is the right Guru. Okay, this is fine, all the criteria are matching, everything said in Bhagavad Gita is matching, every side said by Sadhu is matching, all the things are matching. Right Guru, let me follow. Then we put full faith on him, follow his instructions, and see if it is having a transformatory effect in our life. There should be some change in our life. We should feel good about our spiritual life. Then Guru is effective. Otherwise it is not. So we have to, if you see, we put faith everywhere, but we should not be putting faith. Similarly, as I said, we accept teacher in every walk of life. So we have to accept a spiritual master also. So why we should have a Guru? If you see this material world, is this world very simple or it's complex? It's very complex, and more technologies and everything is coming, it will become even more complex. Previously it was very simple. Sada saral जीवन था, वो गाना भी आता है ना बचपन का. अभी तो it is become so complex. We stay in the same house, we don't know what the other guy is thinking. पालते ही नहीं होता है ना. We don't know, right? So this nature by design is complex. Forget about interpersonal relationship. We are talking about going to Vaikuntha, to the spiritual world. So if the world is complex, when we are leaving here, you imagine the complexities which are involved in going back to the spiritual world. It will not be that easy. Just to pass one IIT or an AIMS or a simple exam, we have to work so hard. We are talking about going to the spiritual world. How difficult it will be. So because this material world is full of perplexities, therefore we have to approach a bona fide spiritual master who can give us proper guidance in executing. The last 3 words are important. The purpose of life. We should know, what is the purpose of my life? Is the purpose of my life making money? Is it having a comfortable life for my own family? Is it having a good reputation for me, good health for me? Some 10-20 people will always say, wow, saab, kya bade aadmi hai aap, very good. And then one day we stop breathing. Is that the purpose of my life? Or there is something bigger? Yeah, we have discussed this in the past. A guru will tell what is the purpose of life, and he will guide us on the way back home, back to Godhead. That is why we require a guru. If we feel that I don't require a guru, I can go back to Vaikuntha on my own self, then India is a democratic country. There is no compulsion. There is no compulsion. But if I feel, no, I don't think so, I can go. महाकुंभ में जाने के लिए कितने बार पूछना पड़ता है कि मैप ले लो, कैसे जाएंगे, कहाँ उतरेंगे, क्या करेंगे. हम तो वैकुंठ का बात कर रहे हैं. कृष्णा सेज यद गत्वा ना निवर्तन्ते तद धाम परमम मम. एक बार आओगे तो वापस नहीं, उधर ही रहना है. फिर तो उधर जाना है तो कितना फिर गाइडेंस चाहिए, right? That is why we want a guru. That's the first thing. Second, if you see all the Vedic literatures, they have advised us to take a bona fide spiritual master to solve the illusions of this material life and to solve the real problems of life. Our own senses are imperfect and we are full of ignorance, correct? Are our senses perfect? You saw the photograph with your own eyes, but someone saw old man, someone saw young man, someone saw something else. So our senses are not perfect. Our ears are not perfect, our eyes are not perfect, our smell senses, all the 5 senses are not perfect. And the biggest one imperfect guy whom we always live is with is our इम्परफेक्ट है वो हमेशा डाउट करता है, हमेशा प्रॉब्लम करता है. MIND, माइंड इज अ बिग ट्रबल मेकर. As long as we are there with a chanchal mind, we are living with the biggest enemy. शांति पूरा खा लिया हमारा, शांति, हैप्पीनेस बाहर किसी ने नहीं खाया, इसने खाया है. This guy, right? Some other time we'll discuss, okay? And the most important, the last one, Lord Krishna, when he came in this world, he also took a teacher. Who was Krishna's teacher? Who was Krishna's teacher? Sandipani Muni. Brush up करना पड़ेगा, right? In Ujjain, Sandipani Muni's ashram. Who is Lord Krishna? He is teacher of all teachers. He is guru of all gurus. Yet he took a guru to show us that we all should be taking guru. We all have to be humbled. When we don't have a guru, we feel what? I know everything. तू क्या बोल रहा है मेरे को? ये सब YouTube पे सब आता है. ये सब तू बोल रहा है ना? We know everything. That is called ego. That's called pride. And what Guru does? Guru removes the ego. Guru removes the pride. He comes with a pin, ऐसा टोचता है, सब निकल जाता है फिर. We'll see that. How many of you all are planning to buy a new phone? कोई नहीं buy कर रहा है? अच्छा, you are applying. Thank you to answer. I would say. So when you're planning to buy a new phone, you will just walk in any store and buy a phone. You will just open your Amazon or Flipkart, anything. किधर दिसता फुड़े ना 10,000 असर है 10,000 असर है. No, you will research. You will say कौन सा कैमरा है, कौन सा और फीचर है, कहाँ पे डिस्काउंट मिल रहा है, HDFC में कितना मिल रहा है, इस पे कितना मिल रहा है, ऑनलाइन कितना मिल रहा है, वहाँ कितना मिल रहा है. कितना टाइम जाता है? 2, 3, 15 दिन तो उसी में जाते हैं ना फ़ोन खरीदने के टाइम, राइट? इमीडिएटली नहीं खरीदते हैं. एक छोटा सा फ़ोन खरीदने के लिए वी रिसर्च सो मच, राइट? बट डू वी रिसर्च व्हेन वी फॉलो समवन कॉल्ड गॉड और वी फॉलो समथिंग विच इज स्पिरिचुअल? We have to research. If we are not, it is good that we follow things, but at the same time we should question. No blind faith. We should not blindly follow. We don't know. See, zindagi na milegi dobara. Life is very rare. Life is very rare. Every single day is very rare. Yesterday, what was yesterday's date? Yesterday Valentine Day ना? Valentine Day. कितने वैलेंटाइन्स आए? कॉलेज से चल रहा है वो, समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या है, बट राइट. सो yesterday, point is yesterday's day is gone. We cannot get it back. Have you realized it? We have become old by one day. What great we have done yesterday. I keep telling this in every class, right? So when we follow something, we have to be damn sure. I have researched. I know this path is right. Ekla chalo re, I will go. But if you are not followed, you are just following because someone else is also doing it. The whole world is doing it. We don't know. A blind is leading another blind. They all will fall in the same ditch. So it's very important in spiritual life, in any field, we have to do our own research, right? Even Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, evam parampara praptam imam raja rishi vidu sa kalena mahata yoga nashta parantapa. We saw this shloka 2 weeks back. The Lord says, this supreme science was thus received through a chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly king understood it that way. But in course of time, the succession was broken. That's why the science, it appears to be lost. That's why I have come to give it. So, how do we recognize whether someone is a right guru? This shloka. He comes in parampara, emam parampara praptam. He has to come in some disciplic succession. So the first thing what we have to check whether someone is a right guru or not, कौन से lineage में आता है. Like so, if you ask someone, भाई क्या है तू? What you have become? I become an engineer. Wow, very nice. You become an engineer. What's the next question? If someone is a little bit educated, little bit aware, what he asks? Which college? Which college? Then he says, oh, I have become from IIT. So, wow, you become from IIT. Wow, I become NIT. Wow, I become from BITS. Why they ask this? Becoming engineer. Nowadays, Goa have 7 engineering colleges. कितना है? 7, 10 कितना हो गया रे अभी? पता नहीं मेरे को, बढ़ते ही जा रहा है. They say, you throw a stone from your house, it will hit an engineer. It's a fact. It's a fact. So many engineers. So many, काम ही नहीं है. In our time, there was only 1 college. Now there are 7 colleges. कहाँ जाएंगे कहाँ लोग बेचारे पढ़ के? Right? So, you ask where you have done your engineering from. So if someone says, I'm a guru, I'm a saintly man, because if you take your car and go out, you will see so many billboards, so many posters of gurus, and so many people put around. And I'll not take the names, you can see out. First thing you have to ask, you might love that guru, no problem at all. You have to assess. You say which parampara you're coming from, which lineage. Then he will tell you some lineage, something. Find out about it if you're following. Find out about that lineage. Is it really correct? So it's very, very important to know if there is a guru, he comes from parampara. Now what is parampara? We discussed this in the last class. Parampara means there's a lineage which connects you back to Krishna. The knowledge comes from that, like universities, Goa University, Pune University, Mumbai University. The universities which are branded, reputed, you know if someone is from this university, आँख बंद करके follow करो उसको प्रश्न ही मत पूछो, ले लो अंदर. Rather you request him, join our company. Right? So universities matter a lot. Similarly, in spiritual life, parampara matters a lot. Which parampara you are coming from? Even in the Kumbh Mela, you must have gone, you have heard, there are so many akhadas. They just don't allow anyone to come into it. There are certain restrictions, rules, what they have to follow. Only then you get, eligible to join those akhadas, join those sampradayas, right? So it's very important. So now what is the advantage of a guru being from a particular parampara? Because if he is connected to the right parampara, this parampara is connected ultimately to Krishna. So the knowledge which comes from this parampara is right because it is coming from Krishna. Every word that Guru speaks, he repeats the word of his previous Guru. And what happens by this? So every student who is connected to that Guru, he is just not connected to that Guru, but he is connected to all the Gurus in that sampradaya. Because the knowledge is coming from everyone. And finally it crystals down and comes, which is very, very palatable, easy to digest. And the chain of master in which particular guru hears and speaks the truth is called a sampradaya. So the first thing is how to recognize a true guru, find his lineage. Find his lineage. Anyone cannot just get up one day and have a brilliant idea and he just shaves his head, wears orange clothes and starts giving some pravachan. Some 10 people start coming and he becomes a guru. He just touches someone and he gets a shock. वो video देखा है ना आप लोगों ने? They start dancing. Some people don't dance. Some people he touch, they dance. Some people they don't because they are not paid. Right? So it's not a guru. It's not a guru. And our people, oh my God, तुमने देखा हाथ लगाया तो नाचता है. अरे you put on this switch and put your hand, you will start dancing. You don't require a guru. You don't require a guru. Why you have to go all the way over there to Punjab and other places where those videos are coming from? In your house you can get that guru. You put on the switch, put your hand inside, you will start dancing. Free. If someone is touching you, you are starting dancing. Guru iske liye thodi hai. We'll discuss that. It's very, very important. It's very important. When we get knowledge, we can see the difference. Small children, they don't have knowledge. They dance for every lollipop. Big people, they know what you're dancing for it. Come, I'll give you something better. Very important. We have to broaden the horizon of our knowledge. Right? Padma Puran, one of the very, very prominent Puran. It says, Sampradaya vihine ye mantra te nishphala mataha. If there is any mantra you are chanting and it is not connected to any sampradaya, bona fide sampradaya, that mantra will have no power. These are not my word, Padma Puran. Right? So it says, the above verses explains that there are millions of mantras in the Vedas, correct? Our Vedas are filled with so many mantras. However, these mantras bear fruit only if it receives from a guru who is connected to one of the bona fide sampradayas, not otherwise. I told you last time, one of the my office colleague I meet, he says, I chant this mantra, 5-6 mantras he chant. He spends 3-4 hours. And I said, who gave you all those mantras? No, I went to this temple, he gave me this mantra. That temple I went, he gave me this mantra. One man I met in this temple, he gave me that mantra. I asked him, all those mantras given to you by all these people, do they chant those mantras or they just gave it to you and they walked out? He said, no, I don't know. I never met them again. So you're chanting things with just blind faith. You don't even know. Right? So Padma Puran says, if any mantra you're chanting, if it's not connected to a sampradaya, a bona fide sampradaya, that mantra will not have meaning. It might just give you some good pleasure. It will give you some it will give you some intellectual pleasure. Okay, I'm doing something good. But it will not have that effect. वो बोलते हैं ना guru mantra. Effect नहीं होगा. If it's not connected to the right sampradaya. Yeah, so ISKCON, as I told you all last time, ISKCON is connected to Brahma Sampradaya. And I'll skip this part. I have to go a little fast. So now we saw how to recognize the right guru. First way is that he should be connected to a Sampradaya. The second thing is his qualities. What are the qualities of this guru? This is what you have to analyze. Right? A guru should have divine qualities. And anyone who comes in his contact also should get those divine qualities, not an electric shock. Right? They should not get an electric shock. I get a shock, my guru gives a shock, or my guru gives gold, or my guru gives ashes. Divine qualities should manifest. Right? एक मूवी था, इंग्लिश मूवी, बहुत पहले का, when I used to watch movies, its name was Bruce Almighty. English movie है. I'll try to send you if I get it. Bruce Almighty. This guy gets power of God. He suddenly gets power of God. He can do anything. So what he does, he pulls the moon only close by, so that moon should look big for his wife. He does so many other things, he beats some gundas and all that. And then he goes back to the God. And the God asks him, how you are feeling with the God given my power, what you got for last 1 week? He says, I did this. He say, what all you did that is not something what God does. These are all tricks that anyone can do. These are not miracles. He says, did your power make the school children leave drugs? Then that's miracle. Just bending some spoon, getting the moon close by, or just doing some power and beating some people. There's all magic tricks. If we really are in contact with a guru, or we are really reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, chanting Hare Krishna properly, then we should get divine qualities. Our nature should improve. The Shada Rupus, lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, illusion, this should come down. It should reduce. We should become happier. We should see everyone as Vasudev Kutumbakam rather than getting envious of someone else. That is what a guru is. He himself has those qualities, and he can influence others just by his presence. Again, not a magic trick. He'll not touch you and you'll get those qualities. No, but by associating with him, just like Prabhupada associated with his spiritual master, and slowly he realized, this is what I have to do. So this is the second test for Guru. Krishna, and also he has a lot of power which can actually give you those divine qualities. Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Tara Parvartan. If he really doesn't have mercy of Krishna, Guru will not have much power. Okay, so what are the different types of Guru? This is the fourth topic, what we will see. There are 4 levels of Guru. The first is called Chaitya Guru. Chaitya Guru means Guru which is there in our heart. Who is there in our heart? Which shloka? Thank you. Now more people are saying 15.15, right? Krishna is there in our heart. So the first Guru is Krishna. Even when we are in the womb of the mother, Krishna is there in our heart. He comes in our heart. He is there with the soul. So Krishna is the first Guru, Chaitya Guru. So he directs us. When you are about to do something wrong, एक आवाज़ आता है ना अंदर से मत करो बोल के, आता है कि नहीं? Something wrong or say something wrong, or you got a good advantage, someone is at a lower position, आज तो उसको मैं देता हूँ, एक आवाज़ अंदर से आता है, छोड़ यार, leave it, वसुदेव कुटुंबकम, तेरा ही भाई है, छोड़ो. अब वो आवाज़ इतना स्लोली आता है, और हमारा षड रिपुस, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, मत्सर का आवाज़ इतना बड़ा होता है, we succumb to that bigger आवाज़, and when we do all those things. जो अंदर से अच्छा आवाज़ आता है ना, वो चैत्य गुरु का होता है. That is Krishna speaking. Don't do. He's soft. Krishna doesn't intervene with anyone's free will. Ours is not the other type of religion. You do this, otherwise I'll kill you. Krishna says, I'll not kill you. I am just waiting for you. When you come to me by your free will, I will give myself to you. Right? So that is Chaitya Guru. Chaitya Guru directs us based on what is our desire. You all sitting over here must have got a desire one day. I want to understand something more. I'm tired with the same thing. It's like chewing gum. पहले बचपन में, अभी chewing gum कम हो गया ना, पहले हम लोग बचपन में बहुत खाते थे. थोड़ा पहले अच्छा लगता था, फिर क्या होता था, टेस्ट नहीं जाता था, फिर क्या करते थे, उसे ही चबाओ गाय की तरह चबाते रहते थे, बट उससे कोई जूस नहीं आता था. Again and again chewing the same thing. And what we are doing in life, we are doing the same thing ना, वही कर रहे हैं रोज. जूस आना बंद हो गया अभी. वी आर जस्ट ईटिंग इट नाउ, क्योंकि पैसे दिए ना च्युइंगम को, खाना पड़ेगा 1 घंटे तक, चबाते रहो चबाते रहो चबाते रहो चबाते रहो, फिर दांत दुखने लगता है, फिर थोकते हैं उसको किधर. This is not my words, these are the words of Prahlad Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam. Of course, he doesn't say chewing gum, he says Puna charvita charvina nam. We are chewing the chewed, what we already chewed, we are chewing the same thing. We're chewing the same thing. So you all sitting over here must have got one day, I want to understand Lord, whoever you are, I don't know God who you are. They say on top is God. कुछ तो मुझे, I want to know you, I want to understand you, I want to do something higher in my life along with what I'm doing. I don't want to leave all everything. Along with this, I want to do something higher in my life. So from inside, your Chaitya Guru directed all of y'all. And then you must have got a Bhagavad Gita, you must have got a address of this place, or a pamphlet you must have seen somewhere. Most of y'all came in Janmashtami, so someone told you, oh, Janmashtami aa raha hai, aajao, you all came there. Then they told there's a program over here, then you all came here, then you all are coming from last 6 months. So it's Chaitya Guru who told you first, and then Chaitya Guru send his second guru, who is called Patha Pradakshika Guru. What he is called? Patha Pradakshika. He will direct you. This can be that first person who called you for program. This can be your friend who told you, come for the ISKCON program, or told you come for Janmashtami, or it can be a WhatsApp message. That's your Patha Pradakshika Guru, because he directed you towards Krishna. The third Guru is called Shiksha Guru. Shiksha Guru is the one who gives you knowledge about Krishna. He speaks about Krishna, he tells you about Krishna, he gives you knowledge about Bhagavad Gita. That is Shiksha Guru. And the fourth Guru is Diksha Guru, who connects you to the Sampradaya. He gives you Diksha, formal Diksha, and accepts you as a disciple. So these are the 4 types of Guru. The first 2 we can explain. You remember last time when I told you the pastime of Srila Prabhupada? Srila Prabhupada was taken to his spiritual master by his friend. His name was Narendra. So Narendra was like Patha Pradakshika Guru of Srila Prabhupada. Now Patha Pradakshika Guru, later we don't know what happened to Narendra. Narendra was nowhere to be seen. He was not even a devotee. So Patha Pradakshika Guru need not be a devotee. He can be anyone. He can be anyone who just directs you. Who can even be a shopkeeper. You go to the shop, he tells you, the shopkeeper, hey madam, pata hai na aapko udhar program ho raha hai Hare Krishna ka. He can be a Patha Pradakshika Guru. Now you'll say, you're telling him a Guru? Yes. He guided me. He showed me direction. He is my Guru. Right? So this is the second level of Guru. So Shiksha Guru is, as I said, who gives you knowledge about Krishna. The fourth level of Guru, Diksha Guru, he is the one who connects us officially to the Parampara. So after we take vow that I will chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for rest of my life, follow the 4 regulative principles, no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. We continue doing this for some years. Then we serve the Guru. Then he accepts formally as a disciple and connects us to the Sampradaya. Right? This third line you see, fourth line, Guru takes all our, बहुत डरावना है, scary है. You will say, I have not committed any sin, right? But when we know what we are, we know, right? So, but when a Guru accepts us in Diksha, he takes all our sins and he tells no more sinning from now, right? Of course, he is not someone, he is not a rubber stamp to take all our sins, but that's his magnanimity, that's his mercy. Only if we have Guru, we can go to Vaikuntha. We cannot go to the spiritual world on our own. No matter how good we are, no matter how much Danveer Karna we are, we cannot go to the spiritual world on our own. We have to have a Guru. It can be in any sampradaya, that's up to you, any bona fide sampradaya, but we have to have a spiritual Guru who takes us to the spiritual world. We cannot go on our own. Right? And what we are doing all this now, it's the example is given like if we have to get entrance to IIT, we have to go to first standard, second standard, third, fourth, eighth, 10th. So what we are doing all chanting Hare Krishna, trying to follow some regulative principles, coming in the association, reading Bhagavad Gita, reading Bhagavatam, we are going through all these standards. And one point of time we'll come to 12th standard and the entrance exam will come. And then we'll crack that IIT entrance exam and then a Guru will accept us. And then after he accepts us, we will continue to be like devotees. And when time comes, we'll go to the spiritual world. So these are the different levels of Guru. How to avoid being cheated? We always have this apprehension. I used to never believe only all these gurus and all. Like, time pass. Kyun karna hai? Why I should do all this, right? Because we had that fear that we will get cheated. So if you have to get knowledge, suppose we have to get knowledge, there are three things in academics. First is textbooks. We get knowledge from textbooks. Second is from college. And third, we require a teacher. Correct? Agree? We cannot sit at home and learn from the textbooks, nor we can just go to college and not refer books, nor we can just go to teacher, but he is at home, he is not connected to any university. No. All these three things are required. So these three things are like a tripod, right? This phone you see, it's on a tripod. The guys with engineering background, you will know. Tripod is the most powerful thing. Even the big cranes and all, it's put on tripod, not on four legs. Tripod, 3 power rehte, right? So spiritual tripod is this: sadhu, guru, and shastra. Ye bahat karna. Sadhu, guru, shastra. Sadhu, guru, shastra. These are the three tripods of spiritual life. So if the topic what we are discussing is how to not be cheated by a false guru. So we get cheated when a guru tells us something wrong and we follow it. Why? Because I said we have to put faith in him, so we are putting faith. But if he tells wrong thing, then we will follow the wrong thing. So we have to always cross check it with two other things. Who are the two other things? Shastra and sadhu. My guru is telling me certain things. Are the shastras also telling the same thing? Then it is right. Okay, guru is telling the same thing, shastra also are telling the same thing. Are the sadhus telling the same thing? Sadhu means a saintly person. Sadhu means those people who are living their life perfectly, worshipping Krishna and following the rules and regulations of the scripture. He may be a grahastha, he may be your friend. You have to align with them, understand, calibrate. If all three are saying the same thing, then guru is right. So how to be aware that someone is cheating you or not? Refer sadhu, refer shastra. For that, we have to read shastra. That's why shastras are important. More we read shastras, more knowledge we get, then we can actually do the litmus paper test and check whether it is basic or acidic. So the test is, if we don't have knowledge, we will be cheated, right? Some of you all will be having a real diamond. I'm not asking, but you will be having a real diamond. But I'll tell you, Mataji will tell, she's a jeweler. It is so easy to make a fake diamond and they are looking even better than the real diamonds. It's very difficult to find out a real diamond. You should have knowledge about diamonds to identify it's a real diamond or not. So if you want to get the highest thing, you should also have knowledge about it. Very important. Right? That's why we should read scripture, because we are talking about highest thing, going to the spiritual world. If we don't have knowledge about it, how we are going to validate? हम सब करेंगे, जो ये बोल रहा है वो भी कर रहे हैं, वो बोल रहा है वो भी कर रहे हैं. Our time is getting wasted in everything. We don't have another life. Our time is very valuable. If one resource which is most valuable is our time, every minute, an intelligent person will not waste even 1 minute of his. Time is very important. Don't waste our time. So we have to do the right thing in that time and get maximum benefit. For that we should have knowledge. So knowledge of shastras are very important if we have to become spiritualist. If you don't want to become spiritualist, then don't read this. Then we have Harry Potter and so many other things which will keep us entertained. Entertainment rahega. But that entertainment will take us nowhere. It's like a rocking chair. You have rocking chair at home, it keeps you rocking, but it doesn't take you. You are there only. It keeps you rocking, right? So intelligent person is one who says, okay, this life I'll live perfectly, but tell me beyond that. उसके बाद भी कुछ है ना, उसके बारे में बोलो मुझे. I will prepare for that also, right? So if you have to not be cheated by wrong gurus, that align them with what the Shastra says, align them with what the Sadhu says. I'll tell you what the Shastra says. I've briefly put it ahead in the other slides. This Sadhu is important. Sadhu is one. When we say sadhu, what comes to our mind? Kumbh Mela. Kumbh Mela mein sab sadhu hai na, wo aate hai. But sadhu is what? A Shastra says sadhu is one who is constantly absorbed in discussing about Hari, is a saint. Who is constantly engaged in serving of Supreme Personality of Lordhead is a saint. One who is always endeavoring, try to serve Krishna is a saint. So a saintly man can be a grahastha. He can be a husband, he can be a wife, he can be a friend. It need not be he have long hair and jata, and that's not sadhu. Sadhu means a saintly man. So when you have to calibrate something, you calibrate this with a saintly man. Books, nowadays people write so many books. Someone wrote a book, How to Become a Millionaire. And then he sold books. This became a best-selling book. And then later someone asked him, how you become a millionaire? How? By selling books. I became a millionaire by selling books. Right? If he had this formula of becoming a millionaire, why he'll write a book? Yeah, he'll make so many millions. Right? So when we read such type of books, nothing happens. We just get cheated. Of course, so we get some ideas, but it doesn't make everyone will become millionaire. No. But when we read spiritual books written by spiritual personalities, there is transformation. If you read Bhagavad Gita, there is transformation which will come. We have so many examples where people read Bhagavad Gita and they were transformed, even in the Western world. Forget about India, where we had that culture. People who didn't even have culture. For them, life was just enjoy. Body is everything. Decorate your body. What is beauty in Western world? Tight skin. Tight skin is beauty. But the tight skin will not remain for long. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Then they put Botox. They put injections to make it tight. How long that will remain? 1 day, 2 days. They become so miserable. Then divorce. Then find someone else. That is life. That is life. You want to see what is beauty? You watch the Hollywood awards. You will come to know. The Cannes Award. All of them, they come so decorated. They are so old, but yet they want to be seen. They want to be the center of attention of everyone. And what our Vedic tradition says, by 50 you leave everything. Chhod do, vanaprastha le lo. 50 ke baad, take vanaprastha. Don't be bothered of this world. But for them, life starts after 50. 50 tak they struggle, and then some name comes. You have to keep that name. You see the frustration what's happening over there. And you see our Vedic lifestyle, which is so perfect, in line with our body cycle. And we are trying to emulate them. And that is why they have frustration. Right? So when we read Bhagavad Gita, there is transformation. This one photograph sums it up. There were hippies. What are hippies? In America, there were so many hippies. And when Srila Prabhupada went over there in 1965, we discussed this. They became sannyasis. It's the same photo. Why? Because they are associated with a sadhu. They are associated with a saintly person. They read Bhagavad Gita. So, we get transformed, or transformation comes to us when we read Shastras which are taught by a genuine Guru in a genuine Parampara. So, Sadhu, Guru and Shastra all are connected. But they have to be genuine. Then we get transformation. Then we don't have desire of going and standing in Cannes Award or Hollywood, whatever awards they have. I see all those on sometimes, and I feel, my God, this is a time you have to be peaceful in life. Sab kuch ho gaya. Now still you want to do all this. And we are doing the same thing. And our young children, our teenagers are going through the same cycle. Right? They're saying the Korean things. Kaun sa Korean? Which is the Korean movies they see? Some dance group. Which is that dance group of Korea? Beatles? BPS, something, whatever. I heard it from some college boys. What is Korea? What is Korean culture? Korean culture, if you want to get a job, you have to be beautiful. They don't care about your degree. They want dolls. Even man. That's why they do so much plastic surgery. You see your life, what it will be. When Aishwarya Rai is going through a divorce now. Isko cancel karna baad mein recording se. Right? The most beautiful lady is going through a divorce. So what we are going towards? We want the artificial beauty. Beauty is inside. Be happy, satisfied. Go and help someone. You'll be happy. And this color doesn't matter. Beauty is tight skin. This skin will become wrinkled. Alright. So you get transformation. And when you read Shastras, you understand that. Then you become happy. Then you're satisfied. They're not bothered what's happening around you. You're happy from inside. Atmanandi. Right? So Shastras get transformation when it comes to the right Guru, which is connected to Parampara. So what are the qualifications of a Guru? I'll quickly go maybe 10 minutes more. Okay. First qualification is, abhi ye dhyan se sunna, okay? If you understand this, you understand everything in Guru Tattva. He must be connected, we discussed this, he must be connected to Parampara, and he repeats the word of Parampara. Prabhupada used to say, Guru is respected as good as God. Why? His only qualification that he does not speak anything which is nonsense, but he speaks only that which he heard from his acharyas in the lineage. And actually this is the most important thing. to be connected to parampara, because all other things, all the other magic what he is doing or anything what he is doing, that is all anyone can do, but connection to parampara is very important. Second, he must be fixed up devotee of the Lord. This is very, very important. A guru should be a very, very fixed up devotee of Lord. Guru is not someone who will give you one mantra and you say do this mantra, but this guru is like बाद में जाके अंदर चिलम मारेगा और कुछ करेगा. He has his own life. No. On YouTube you see lot of people, they call themselves acharya so and so, but बाद में शाम को जाके दम मारो दम. तो कौन सा आचार्य है? No, you have to see sadhu, guru, shastra, everything should be aligned. You should see what he is, what is his lifestyle, what he is doing. Easy following what he is preaching. Easy following what he is preaching. बात तो कोई भी कर सकता है. अभी तो AI आ गया है सब. अभी तो आप भी बात करोगे, आपको समझेगा भी नहीं. आप ही बात कर रहे हो अंदर, AI से होता है. आपका ही face and you are talking inside. You say I never recorded this. This can be done through AI. You put lecture on guru, everything will come in ChatGPT. बात तो कोई भी करेगा, बट फॉलो AI नहीं कर सकता है. फॉलो रोबोट्स कैन नॉट फॉलो. फॉलोइंग कैन बी डन बाय ह्यूमंस, राइट? सो ही हैज़ टू बी अ प्रॉपर फॉलोअर ऑफ व्हाट ही इज स्पीकिंग. Third, he must be self-controlled and teach by his example. That's what Acharya. Acharya means one who teaches by his own example. Now, what is self-control? Vedas and the Shastras give a lot of examples. One of the shlokas is this. It's a very nice shloka. It says, Vacho vegam manasa krodho vegam jiva vegam udar upastha vegam etan vegam yo vishayeta dhiraha sarvam apinam prithvim sa shishyat. A sober person who can tolerate what? Listen to this now. Urge to speak. 6 things are there. Urge to speak, mind's demand, action of anger, urges of tongue, belly and genitals, is qualified to make disciple all over the world. So when we also take Diksha, this mantra is, we have to follow this. And this has to be followed by all of us. Vacho vegam. We have to be very careful with our tongue. Tongue is the one who creates the biggest problem. Because बात tongue से होता है ना. You break relationship by your words. Vacho vegam. First is control your tongue. जब fight होती है, गुस्सा आता है, disagreement होता है ना, tongue को पकड़ने का ऐसे 2 उंगली से. Very important. You say a word once, you cannot take it back. Vacho vegam. Shastras are saying this. First vacho vegam, then manasa vegam, krodho vegam, then anger. Jiva vegam. Jiva is again eating. One is for speaking, one is for eating. Same tongue, 2 words. Udar upastha vegam, belly and genitals. If you control these 6 things, sarvam apimam prithvim sa shishyat. In this prithvim, you can make everyone your shishya, your disciple. So we all have to strive to control these 6 urges what we have. We all have these urges. Anger we have, genital issues, speaking, breaking someone's heart, everything. Control these 6 things. It will not happen overnight, but we have to practice. 4th qualification of Guru, very important. He must be expert in guiding his disciple in what? And not सोना प्रोड्यूस करने वाले गुरु नहीं चाहिए हमको. If you say, I have a guru, he does like this, and he remove gold. I'll go to Raikar Mataji. She says, give me some gold. I'll give her 1,000 rupees. Why I want to go to guru who will make gold for me? By the way, no one can produce anything. As per law of physics, everything is constant. That gold is there somewhere inside. It comes out like that. Right? And we all say, oh, my guru, he make gold, he make ash. And then he makes some medicine. Why we want? Some gurus who give medicines. You go to a doctor, Baba. Don't go to such gurus. Right? It's very important for us. See, I told you in the start only, this session is going to be thought-provoking. We have to think, all the gurus, what we are seeing in this world, why we are going to them? Are we going to them for some material advancement? Then he is not the right guru. Then we will remain in this world. Then we'll become Aishwarya Rais of the world. They have everything. Forget Aishwarya Rai. Who is the Hollywood one? I forget. Angelina Jolie. She was one time the one. 2 times divorced. 2 times divorced. Brad Pitt was a husband. Right? The man. ये तो इंडिया है, हॉलीवुड, बॉलीवुड. मैं हॉलीवुड का बात कर रहा हूँ. Right? So even if you have all material things, still their life is miserable. So if you're going to your guru to get material things, okay, you'll be happy, satisfied for 1 day, 2 days, 1 month, 2 years, 3 years, but ultimately it's not going to last. And no genuine guru will give you material things. He will say, you're not well, right? You go to a doctor, Baba. Guru will tell you if he's genuine. He'll not say, I'll touch you and you'll become okay. He'll say, I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you. I'll pray to the Lord. But you have to go to the doctor. If you have, your tooth is aching, you cannot come to Krishna. Krishna, my tooth is aching. If you are really God, you please reduce my toothache. He said, Baba, go to a dentist. I have made dentist, you go to him. And I'll ensure that dentist is in good frame of mind. He'll treat you better. I'll ensure that, but you go to dentist. No, it's very important. We should know where we are going, what we are doing, why we are doing. We are coming for this program. Why we are coming? We are coming here to gain knowledge about spirituality. Right? Don't waste your time. Very important. I keep telling this. Right? If you feel you have better engagements, you should be going there. Very important. We are coming here to gain spiritual knowledge. Right? No one is forcing us to come over here. There's no force. We are coming by our free will. So when we go to a guru also, we should be knowing why we are going to a guru. I agree. I respect him. I appreciate him. That's okay. But can I give my life to him? That's a question. Right? I'll show you one more photograph and I'll not speak anything about it. But that photograph is in line with this. Where is this? Kumbh, right? People want to go to Kumbh. Okay? Yeah. So by all this session, you should be able to evaluate. It will make your life easy. Spiritual life, I'm talking about. So now these are qualifications of Guru. 4 qualifications what we saw. Now we'll see some disqualification of Guru and we'll stop after this. First is, if you have a Guru who charges some fees to reveal you some secret mantra, which will make, you can become God by chanting those mantras, then it's a fake one. Right? I'll go a little fast. If you go to a guru and he says that I will teach you some meditation and allow his students to disregard, that is not to follow any austerity. We have some gurus who will teach you just meditation, some yoga practices. But he say, you do this yoga and you enjoy your life, you do anything. You have 5 wives, you have 3 girlfriends, enjoy life, do whatever you want. It's there in TV, I'm not joking. There's one guru is saying, this disciple of mine who had gone with his girlfriend, then I realized he went to with his girlfriend, and then he came to meet me. I asked him, last night where you were with your girlfriend, does your wife know about it? This is the guru. Means he's okay. He's okay, his disciple is having a girlfriend, a wife doesn't know, he goes, this is guru. And we feel, wow, aisa guru mujhe bhi chahiye. This is guru. He'll keep you here only. You'll remain here. 10, 20 years you will enjoy. After that what? After that sab khatam. Then they'll put fire in our mouth when we'll stop breathing. What we do then? Right? We have to be very, very, when we have wealth, we secure our wealth very nicely, right? We just don't allow it to go waste. We protect our wealth. We have to protect our breaths also. We are breathing, right? We have to protect our breath. Don't waste our breath. Breaths are very limited. Everyone is given limited breath. We have to be very careful where we are going, whom we are associating with, what we are doing with it. Very, very important. So when we go to such false guru who just gives us false hope and say, you do whatever you want. Like when Prabhupada went to the West, I told you in the last time, some of them told Prabhupada, Swamiji, everything is good what you are saying. But these 4 regulative principles, 2 regulative principles you remove. No intoxication and no illicit sex. That you remove. And then you see whole world will become your disciple. Prabhupada said nothing doing. These are my principles, I will not compromise. A guru doesn't compromise with his principles. Right? So this is a disqualification of a guru. Third, he teaches you some gymnastics, some exercise in the name of yoga. Actually, the meaning of word yoga means joining. Yoga, it joins. It joins the soul with the super soul. That is actual yoga. And the actual word for it is yoga. That's why in Bhagavad Gita we have different yogas, karma yoga, buddhi yoga, jnana yoga, which connects us to God. If someone is a real spiritual master, he will connect us to the Supreme Lord, not just teach us some simple things which will keep us in this world. This is another thing. He defies the Vedas and he says that, Guru says that I am God. You are God. Everyone is God. You chant this mantra, after some time you will become God. Right? No one in this world can say I am God, no matter who he is. God is Krishna. No living being can ever become God. Right? What is the test that if someone says he's God? I told you all this in JSD and other places. If someone comes to you tomorrow in your house, he rings the bell and says, I'm God. Forget that. He has 1 lakh followers in Goa. And he is proclaiming, I'm God. You also go in the satsang. And he is telling you, I'm God. And he is telling, actually, I know I'm God. And then they are worshipping him like Krishna. They have put a peacock feather also in his head. How will test he's God or not? Come on, tell me. Scriptures. My name is so and so, whatever, Paramhams. Is this so and so Paramham's name is there in the scripture? Then you are God. Simple test. Kalki's name is there in the scripture. Bhavishya Puran. Where is going to come? Sambal mein aayenge. Baap ye rahega, maa ye rahega. He is God. I am waiting for that God. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name is there in the scripture. He is going to come in Kali Yuga. This will be his form. This is what he is going to go. He is God. Jesus' name is there in the Bhavishya Puran. He is going to come. Isha. He is God. Right? So first is scripture mein uska naam hai kya nahi. Second, whether he is done some activity which is superhuman, lifted to Govardhan, not producing gold or ash. That is, PC Sarkar also can do that. Superhuman activity. No humans can do that. Third, if you say someone is God, na, show me Vishwarup Darshan. Krishna ne Vishwarup Darshan dikhaya tha na, wo dikhao. They will say, oh, I can show Vishwarup Darshan, but you cannot see. Then you say, you give me the eyes to see. I'll see. These are the tests. We respect everyone. He's a saint. He's not God. Be very clear. Otherwise, that same diamond example will come. You will be with fake diamond. And you will pay price of good diamond, right diamond. That's a problem. We respect everyone. I'm not saying disregard. No, we respect. Everyone is a saint. He's a good man, doing some good job. Good. Very good. Keep doing it. But you are not God. My heart is only for God. I have only one love, one Valentine. Valentine Day, you don't go distributing roses to every girl. You can't. You'll get a slap. Right? You get a slap. So heart is one, Valentine is one, God is one. Give your heart to that God. Don't make your heart so cheap that it goes to every God. Very important. When we get knowledge, we know. We respect everyone. It's a very good, I'm with you. I'll give you money. I'll even come and work in your organization. But you're not God. My heart is for God. And I'll give my life for God. Right? So that's very important. People say we are God, I am God, this God, that God. अभी भी YouTube में जाएंगे बहुत सारे कल्कि अभी भी आ गए कल्कि अवतार से already come. You go and type in Google Kalki avatar so and so. In one gaon that Kalki avatar is still there. He'll die in some years, but he's not God. Right? So it's very important. And a genuine guru will never say I'm God. One point of time in ISKCON, some people started saying, Prabhupada, you're God. Prabhupada, this Krishna, he is come, he is that avatar of the God who is come, who is transforming all of us in the West. Prabhupada called all of them. Call all those people who were saying he is God. And क्या किया पता है? बोला get out. दूसरी बार दिखना नहीं इधर. निकाल दिया ISKCON से. And they were very very big devotees. निकाल दिया ISKCON से. Get out. You never stand here again because you never understood my philosophy. When you don't understand the Shastras properly, you concoct it. You know why all these people they say I am God and all? Because there are people who clap for them. If someone says I am God, but there is no one to follow because everyone has got the right knowledge, they also will feel I am not God. They feel they are God because there are followers. It's like those politicians. They feel they are great because चमचे रहते हैं सब ताली बजाने के लिए. So it's very important. If you have the right knowledge, you can distinguish. We respect, but we don't give our heart. That's very important. Next. The fifth one is, they have their disciples worship them directly as God. This is the same point over there. The Vedas declare that only the Supreme Lord should be worshipped as God, and that Guru should directly follow his followers to worship the Supreme Lord. Yeah, the Guru should direct his followers to follow the Supreme Lord and not himself. That's very, very important, because there are so many organizations. Once Prabhupada went to one place in India, when later ISKCON was there, for Gita Sammelan. And there was big Gita Sammelan. Thousands of people had come. And Prabhupada was supposed to talk on Gita over there. A lot of other gurus were also speaking. When Prabhupada came to speak, and what was there on the stage? A lot of chairs, gurus sitting, or different gurus. And there was one lamp, Samai, Divli. Only that was there. No Krishna's photos, nothing. And they are supposed to talk on Krishna. So they kill Krishna only from the Gita, and they just take his knowledge and they use it for their glorification. Prabhupada said, what is this? I'm supposed to talk on Krishna, but where is Krishna over here? There's no Krishna. Right? So a real guru will direct his followers to worship the Supreme Lord and not his self-worship. Alright? That's important. Teach that this material, this is very important. A real guru will teach that this material well-being is only goal of a false guru will teach that this material well-being is the only goal of life, and all the material prosperities will be achieved simply by the blessing of guru. That's why I was talking to someone. He said, why are you going to Kumbh Mela? No, ते खूपचे साधू असताना त्यांचे आशीर्वाद घेवपाक. What आशीर्वाद? No, what आशीर्वाद? What आशीर्वाद? No आशीर्वाद. No, you think about it. What Ashirwad? Even when we say, Sadhu, give me some Ashirwad, what Ashirwad we want? We want that I get good money, my children are healthy, they get good grades, they listen to me, they always remain with me. When they get married, they don't go to a different house, they stay in the same house. That is the Ashirwad we want. Correct? Which is not wrong. It's okay. It's okay. But along with that Ashirwad, we should also aspire for spiritual Ashirwad. We should feel this world is not all in all. I have a different life also, and I should prepare for that. Please, O Guru, help me in that life, to prepare for that life, and tell me what should I do for that. That is real Ashirwad. Because all Ashirwad is material Ashirwad, other thing. Other your Guru also gives you Ashirwad, your son will go only after he gets married. He will go. Goa is becoming an old age home, I told you last time, right? All our engineers are going out. 5 engineering colleges, all become engineers. Engineers के लिए गोवा में job नहीं है. Parents will not go out of Goa. All children will settle out. So no matter how much material prosperity we have, we are just waiting for an old age home in Goa. That's a fact of life, and this is everywhere. So if you really want something from Guru, ask for spiritual things, not material. Second, attract masses simply by speaking eloquent katha or scriptures like Bhagavatam and other things that divert the attention of the audience from the real meaning of surrender to Krishna to some pious entertainment and intellectual word jugglery. We like someone speaking. क्या बात करता है यार मेरा गुरु, क्या बात करता है. क्या बोला वो प्रवचन में? नहीं, बात अच्छा करता है. पर क्या बोला? नहीं, बात अच्छा करता है. लेकिन बोला क्या? तुम भी आ जाओ. वो बोलते तुम आ जाओ, तुम भी आ जाओ हमारे प्रवचन में. So that's why when we speak, I tell you all the same thing. Take some 5 points from here. Don't make this as spiritual entertainment. This is not an entertainment. Entertainment के लिए कपिल शर्मा है उधर, वो हंसाएगा आपको. He will entertain. This is not entertainment. We have to take 5 points from here. This I am going to apply. I said life is very, very precious. We have to take something from here. And a right guru will not just give kathas and divert you from Krishna, but through his kathas, he will get you back to Krishna or the goal of life. Right? So this is the qualification and disqualification of guru. Now I have discussed so many points, and I am very sure you will not be able to absorb everything. But whatever little you have absorbed, use that as a litmus paper test. You remember in college we used to do that litmus paper test. We used to put it in the solution, and then it is to either turn blue or pink, right? pH, acidic or basic. So this is a litmus paper test. Knowledge is a litmus paper test for anything what you go through. So use that for anything what you are doing. Or if you want a guru in your life, use that. So, in spiritual life, one must conduct one's whole life under the guidance of a guru. Only one who executes his spiritual life under the direction of the spiritual master can achieve the mercy of Krishna. Otherwise, Krishna is not going to listen. Krishna sunta nahi, bahut difficult hai Krishna sunna. Right? We require some jack, and that jack is guru. Right? So, with this, we come to the end of this discussion. This is a very, very intense discussion we did, but this was required because you all have got the basic knowledge. This is called advanced knowledge. And these are the 7 points that we discuss. First, how to acquire knowledge about God. What is the best way of acquiring knowledge about God? Hearing. Pratyaksh Praman and Anuman Praman doesn't work. Shabda Praman, by hearing. So why we have to put faith in Guru? Because we put faith everywhere. We put faith in doctors, we put faith in barber and drivers and pilots for material thing. But for spiritual thing, we have to put faith in Guru. Why we have to have a Guru? Because Guru takes us to the spiritual world. Even Lord Krishna had a Guru. This material world is so complex. We require teacher at every step. So spiritual life is also complex. We cannot understand it on our own. That's why we require a spiritual Guru. How do I recognize a Guru? First thing, he should be coming in parampara. So if anyone says, I'm a Guru, very good. You say, which parampara you are coming from? I'm coming from this lineage. Then you evaluate. The second requirement of a Guru is that he should have divine qualities. Those qualities should be such that when you associate with him, you also start getting those qualities. What are the different types of Guru? There are 4 types of Gurus. First type of Guru is a Chaitya Guru. Who is Chaitya Guru? Krishna in our heart, who is directing us based on our desires. The second Guru is Pata Pradakshika Guru, who takes us to the right place. The third type of Guru is Shiksha Guru, who gives us the right Shiksha. The fourth Guru is Diksha Guru, who connects us to the Sampradaya, who takes us back to the spiritual world. How to avoid being cheated from the Guru? What is a tripod of life? 3 things. Sadhu, Guru, Shastra. Everything you have to align with Sadhu, Guru and Shastra. If you do this, you will be saved from cheating. Otherwise, everyone will tell you everything, right? For that, you have to read Shastra or go to someone who has read Shastra. Then, what are the qualifications of a Guru? There are 4 things what we saw quickly, because they are in order. Yeah. First, he must be connected to parampara. Second, he must be fixed up in devotion. That is, he practice what he speaks. Third, he must be self-control and teach by his example. And fourth, he must give us spiritual things and not material things. This is very important. And we saw some disqualifications as just not meditation, just not yoga, but something which is spiritual. And he doesn't say I am God, and he directs us towards God, who is Krishna. And who, this is important, real meaning of surrender to Krishna. Real meaning is I will not do it for material purposes, but for spiritual pursuits. So with this, I hope this will help you in getting some understanding of spiritual life and how we can go towards a right Guru. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki